Hello to you, my fellow Gooners. It has been a very, very long time since I have done any videos. And welcome back to Arsenal TV for a live stream for a one-off special. If you are new to the channel, please make sure you are smashing that subscribe button. Make sure you are hitting that thumbs up button and leaving your comments in the live chat for today's live stream video. So we are going to run through a couple of things today on today's live stream. And one of them is you guys have probably been wondering, where have I been for the past 2 whole months? Well, it's pretty simple where I've been for the past 2 months. I've been working very, very hard. I've got my, new job. I'm doing security, so it's very, very hard to get any time to do any live stream, to do any podcasts, to do all my previews, all my players' ratings. And, with the amount of work I've been doing what, 5-6 days a week. And I haven't really had that much time to do any previews, any players' ratings whatsoever. So I do apologize that I haven't done no videos in those, 2 months. And it's been very, very hard. My last preview, I believe, was the Leicester game. And that was also my last preview, players' ratings as well. But, ever since then, I've been keeping up with the Arsenal games and, what's been going on ins and outs of Arsenal. And, yeah, that's the reason why I haven't done no videos for the past 2 months. It's because I've been so busy working and my hours is just absolutely out of this world. But I'm going to run through a few topics tonight. So we're going to run through the last remaining 4 games of the 2019 and 20 season. I will also get my thoughts on those games, as well as we're going to talk about the FA Cup between the Man City game as well as the Chelsea game. And then we're going to talk about the new signing, which is Willian, and other possible things that have been going on, with Raul Sanllehi and stuff like that, and Aubameyang and whatnot. And then we're going to talk about the new Arsenal home kit and the new away kit that got released today. So they're the things that we are going to be talking about. And one of the kits I'm actually wearing, which is the home kit. The last but not least thing we are going to be talking about will be the Arsenal fixtures of 2020 and 21 season, which also came out at 9 o'clock this morning. So, as I said, the first thing, obviously, is what I've been saying about the reason why I haven't been doing no videos for the past, 2 months is because I have been busy working and I haven't had no time at all to, do previews and players' ratings and whatnot. So, the next topic we're going to be talking about will be the last remaining games of my thoughts of the Premier League 19 and 20 season that has just gone. Now, you probably might see me look down because I've obviously got the screenshot of the last remaining games because for the life of me, I can't remember them. So, as you know, of the last game I done was a Leicester game. And in that game, to be honest, we should have killed that game off in the first half, should have won it in that first half. And all of a sudden, we just let Leicester in. But it was I think during that Leicester game, it was 2 points dropped, to be honest. So, we're going to move on to that next game, which was on the Sunday, which was the 12th of July, and it was the North London derby, Arsenal against Tottenham away from home. And it was the game, obviously, I was working that game, and I didn't really get to see that game. Well, I did see it, but I didn't really, it was my first North London derby that I've missed, and, as an Arsenal fan, that's one game you do not want to miss at all, and that is a North London derby, and that was the first North London derby I ever missed. And luckily, Arsenal lost 2-1 away from home. And to be honest, I think we should have won that game as well. It was all down to C. Kolesnik. He should have just stayed back and sprinted, but no, he went forward, and it literally just took it away from us. And, I was annoyed when I saw the final result where we, lost 2-1. The next game was on that Wednesday, the 15th of July, where we played against Liverpool. And obviously Arsenal won 2-1. And that game, I was even working that game and I didn't really get to see that either. Liverpool, as soon as they came Premier League champions, they didn't really bother about the Premier League title after they won it. And I think that's what separates Arsenal Invincibles to this year's Liverpool. You know, they were saying that Liverpool could have been the next Invincible team to go a whole season unbeaten, but that didn't. They only managed to go 45 games unbeaten, I believe. So, you know, even though in those last remaining 4 games that Liverpool have, they didn't really care about it because they already had the title in their hand. Whereas Arsenal, on the other hand, when we had the last 4 remaining games in the Invincible season, even though we won the trophy, we still actually went and won those last remaining games. And I think that's what separates the Invincibles from the Liverpool team. But during that game against Liverpool at home, I was absolutely happy that we won 2-1 against Liverpool. You know, a goal from Alexander Lacazette as well. Absolutely brilliant. And I'm very, very happy, you know, with that performance that we had. Absolutely superb. The last game of that was against Aston Villa, which was on Tuesday, the 21st of July, where Arsenal lost 1-0 away from home. And again, we just let that game slip away. You know, there was really no cutting edge from Arsenal. We did slack a little bit in certain areas of that game. And yeah, I think that Aston Villa were the better side during that game. Then I believe we had Man City in the FA Cup in the semi-final, and we won 2-0. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang with the 2 goals. Absolutely brilliant. Now, you know, I know a lot of people were saying about Arsenal, you know, you're not going to get past City, you're not going to get past Chelsea. But, you know, as I was saying, like a couple of seasons ago, where Arsenal played against Man City and Chelsea in the semi-final, you know, we managed to win it. So I don't know why people was writing us off. And there were so many Arsenal fans at that point, they were actually writing Arsenal off. Our own fans were saying, you don't think we're not going to beat City, we're not going to beat Chelsea. And I was like, hold on a minute. We are going to beat them. We can beat it. Now, when we played against Man City, the resuming of the 19 and 20 season after, you know, lockdown, you know, during that game, we had injuries. David Luiz getting sent off. Everything you wanted to go wrong actually went wrong for Arsenal. So Mikel Arteta's plan A, B, and C went completely out the window. But when Arsenal had all 11 players on that field, you could see what Mikel Arteta was doing. Now, against Man City in that semi-final was a Mikel Arteta masterclass. He really got it all over Pep Guardiola. And it was an absolute phenomenal game. And I was very, very happy, especially with Aubameyang getting 2 goals as well. Then we moved into the last game of the Premier League, was on July the 26th on the Sunday, and we played against Watford. Now, as we know, Watford were in relegation, and, you know, I think if Arsenal won that game, we would have knocked out, you know, Watford out of the Premier League. And there was whole Troy Dean saying about cojones to see if Arsenal's got the balls. And we proved it. We did actually have the balls. So during that game against Watford at home, we won 3-2. I think really we let Watford have those 2 goals. I think we just let them have them. They wasn't exactly playing brilliant, were they, Watford? But I thought Arsenal, we played pretty well. Kieran Tierney getting the goal, Aubameyang getting the goal. I was very, very pleased and very happy with the team's performance. But to be honest, you know, Watford didn't really show anything, did they? You know, 2 gifted goals. And Arsenal knocked them out of the Premier League, and now they're in the Championship for next season. So Arsenal finished the Premier League season in 8th on the Premier League table. That's our worst Premier League position in 25 years, being outside of the top 6. And I think Mikel Arteta, I think he will definitely take us to that next level. And I think in time, you know, don't, you know, contradict me for this, but I do honestly think that Mikel Arteta could become a world-class manager in the future. I really honestly do. I've seen very much improvements under Mikel Arteta, better than to what I did under, you know, to better to what I did under Unai Emery. So I don't know, and we've had four managers, to be precise. We've had four managers. You know, we've had Arsene Wenger, we had, you know, Unai Emery, we had Freddie Ljungberg, and now we've had Mikel Arteta. So four managers in the space of that whole year of that season. I think you know, us being outside the top six, I think we knew it was going to come. So yeah, we didn't finish that great in the league, but the best thing after was when we played against Chelsea in the FA Cup final and we won 2-1. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang again with 2 goals. And I think winning the FA Cup was the icing on the cake for Mikel Arteta and for Arsenal, of course. It's our 14th FA Cup, and we are the only team in England to win it more times than any other club. And 14, oh my God. But really, winning the FA Cup against Chelsea, we can't really call it papering over the cracks, because we knew during that Premier League season, we knew we were terrible. We were absolutely terrible during that Premier League season. So we can't really call it papering over the cracks, but it's a stepping stone for Mikel Arteta to get us further in the Premier League. Further on the club, and to obviously make us a bit better next season. So it's a stepping stone in the right direction, and I think that we've got every chance, you know, to progress with Mikel Arteta. Don't get me wrong, I think transfers, you know, we do need some couple of signings in certain areas where we do need to strengthen. But I'll give you my thoughts on the transfers where I think we should strengthen. But yeah, I think that it was a good campaign, not in terms of Premier League, but for the FA Cup, I thought we had a very, very good campaign. And you know, us winning that FA Cup has got us into Europa League. Yes, mate, I did say maybe, you know, I don't really want to be in Europa League. But if it means for us getting more players in and they want European football, then, you know, by all means, I'm happy with us having that FA Cup if it gets us European football and to, you know, get us more players in. I'm happy and I'm over the moon with it. So, guys, the next thing we're going to be talking about is the new signing, which is Willian, and other transfers where, you know, I'll give you my thoughts on where I think we need to strengthen. So the new sign we got is Willian on a free transfer. I believe he's got a 3-year contract, and I also believe that the wages is between £100,000 to £200,000 a week. It's another Chelsea player, as we know, another Chelsea player. You know, we've had it from David Luiz as well. We signed him from Chelsea. Now, probably some of you may not remember, you know, we also brought William Gallas from Chelsea as well. Now, we don't really want him to be a flop like he was, you know, like William Gallas was. As we know, with David Luiz, we knew that he had mistakes in him. But recently, by to the end of the season, I think David Luiz was having a good season, you know, a good couple of games. I think next season, I think he'll be okay. Now, Willian. Now, I'm not too sure where his main position would be. Now, if we've got Willian now, he could play in 2 positions. He can play either left wing, right wing, and he can also play, I believe, he can actually play as a striker as well. But I think he would be ideal on the left side than he would on the right. But we are short on numbers on that right side. I know we've got Nicolas Pepe, we've got Reece Nelson, but they're the only players that we can play there. The only players that we can play on the left side is Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and Gabriel Martinelli. But Martinelli's out injured, so it looks like Aubameyang or maybe Willian might have to play on that left side for now. I guess we could play Saka in that position as well. But I think I would rather have Willian on that left side. Now, what do I think he can bring to the club? I think he can bring pace. I think he can bring a bit of dynamic to the side as well. I think that that's one of the places that we needed to cover, which was over on that left-hand side. And I'm glad that Arsenal has sort of, you know, fixed that problem. So I'm very, very happy with that. Now, apart from Willian, I haven't really heard that Arsenal have brought anyone else in at the moment. I think there's a defender from Lille that we're bringing in. I think he's having a medical tomorrow, I believe. I'm not too sure. So hopefully that goes down well. We've got William Saliba in Arsenal now, so he's back, which is absolutely brilliant. I'm so glad that he's back. So that sort of builded up a bit of space. You know, Saliba coming into that central defensive role. He's young, and I think, you know, he's gonna be a massive, massive, big star for us, I reckon. You know, William Saliba was, he was described as the new Virgil van Dijk. Well, let's not put a lot of pressure on him at the moment, because playing in the Premier League, it'll be his first season at Arsenal, and hopefully he'll be able to come in as well. So I'm very, very happy with that. Now, the next thing I would like to talk about in today's video is the new home kits for this season. The new kits for this season. Now, the top that I'm wearing is the new home shirt for next season. For this season coming, it's the new one. It's got a sort of like a marble, or not a marble effect. It's more or less got a hybrid sort of effect, pattern floor effect on the front of it. I really like this, and as we know from the new sponsors now, Fly Emirates, it's now just not got Fly Emirates. It's now Emirates Flies Better, and that'll be on all the kits now. And I'm quite happy with this kit. This top, I do like the shade of red that's on it. Really do like it. It's a nice tight fitting top. I really, really do like it. Now, I don't know if anyone's noticed, but there's a bit of a stitch in here. Now, it hasn't gone straight through like it has on the other kits, but this one, it's actually got a stitching around the side, and I really, really like it. Now, as we know, also today, the away kit got released today as well, which was that marble effect. It's not really a white. It's more of a backburst sort of white kit. It's not like white as in Spurs white. It's not white like that. So the home kit, this home kit I really like, but the away kit, it's more or less one of them type of kits that you have to see it with your own eyes in person to say whether you like it or not. I know that the away kit has been described as the whole Freddy Krueger sort of kit, where he sort of just slices someone's face off or blood on it. When I first saw the pictures of the away kit, I sort of described it as a butcher, you know, where a butcher has gone, he's got his apron on, he's gone to the back, he's cut up a pig, and, you know, he's been splattered with the blood on it. That's how I, you know, saw it in the pictures. But I think the away kit is one of those kits that you do have to see with your own eyes to see if you like it or not. I do get why they've gone like it with the marble effect, like the marble halls at Highbury. I really do get that, and I really like it. But they could have done a bit better with the marble effect. That's my only critic for it. I really did like last season's kit with a bruised banana. Really did like that for the away kit. But I think that kit of the bruised banana one, I would have gave, you know, 9 out of 10. But this year's one, I'll probably give it a 7 out of 10, to be honest. I really, really don't like it that much, but it is what it is. So the away kit, I believe the Arsenal women will be the first people to wear that away kit, because they're playing in the Champions League Champions League against PSG. So they'll be the first, you know, people to wear it. The last but not least thing, guys, that I'm going to talk about in this video is Arsenal's new fixtures for this season. Now, I'm going to run through Arsenal's fixtures for this season. And, you know, there's some really, really interesting games in there. Very, very interesting games. Let me just get the fixtures up. And we'll just have a quick butchers of them. Okay, so we've got 3 games in September. I'm gonna run through them as they are scheduled. Now, as we know, some of these games will get changed because of cup competition, and we know that some of these games will get changed because of television broadcasting. So I'm going to read them out as they are of the Premier League, as they have been produced today. So, as we know, the Premier League season will be starting from the 12th of September, and that is Arsenal's first game, and we are being drawn against a newly promoted side, Fulham, and we have got them away from home. Now, as we know, football fans are not allowed to be back, into football stadiums just yet. I really do hope that they will go into football stadiums very, very soon, because I believe it's not football without fans, because fans are the life and death of a football club. So let's run through the fixture. So let's go through it. So September, Arsenal is playing away to Fulham. And then on the 19th of September, Arsenal is at home to West Ham. And then on Saturday, the 26th of September, Arsenal are away to Liverpool at Anfield. Now, that's very coincidental because last season, at the start of the season, I think it was either the third or the fourth game in, Arsenal played against Liverpool away from home, and we got beaten 3-1. Now, I think if Arsenal can, we beat them at the end of last season, and I think if Arsenal can, beat them in the Community Shield on the 29th of this month in August, then I think we can beat Liverpool away from home in September. I really do think we can and get the 3 points. Then we move into October. On the 3rd of October, we have got Sheffield United at home on the 3rd of October, which is, that's the game I will want Arsenal to win because my birthday is on the 10th of October, so I really do hope we do win that game. And then 7 days after my birthday, we have got Man City away from home. So that's going to be very, very tough. Then on the 24th of October, we have got on the 24th of October, we've got Leicester at home. And then on the 31st of October, we've got Man United away from home. So you're looking at those 4 games in October, and I think that is going to be a very, very tough period. Let's go for it. So we've got Sheffield United at home. Then we've got Man City away from home. Then we've got Leicester at home. Then we've got Man United away from home. So it's going to be a very, very tough. I think October is going to be very, very tough fixtures. Then we go into November. So on the 7th of November, we have got Aston Villa at home. And then on the 21st of November, we've got Leeds, a new promoted team. We've got them away from home. So that's going to be a very, very tough game as well. Then on the 28th of November, we have got Wolves, who unfortunately got to the quarterfinals of the Europa League and unfortunately got knocked out of it. But they've had a decent season. And then on the 5th of December, mark this in your diaries. On the 5th of December, it is the first North London derby of the 20 and the 21 season. And Arsenal will be away from home. We're going to be at Tottenham's new stadium. Then on the 12th of December, we've got Burnley at home. And then on the 15th of December, we have got Southampton at home. And then on the 19th of December, we have got Everton. And on Boxing Day, on December, we have got Chelsea. Now, that's another one that's cropped up. Because I believe last season, near enough Boxing Day, we also had Chelsea. So, again, we've got Chelsea again. Then we go into the 28th of December, and we have got Brighton away from home. Then we go into January. We have got Bournemouth. We've got West Brom. Do apologise. On the 12th of January. 2nd of January. We've got West Brom away from home. Then on the 12th of January, we've got Crystal Palace at home. And then on the 16th of January, we have got Newcastle at home. On the 27th of January, we have got Southampton away. On the 30th of January, we have got Man United at home. Then we're going to go into February. On the 2nd of February, we have got Wolves away. On the 6th of February, we have got Aston Villa away. Then on the 13th of February, we have got Leeds at home. Then on the 20th of February, we have got Man City at home. 27th of February, we have got Leicester away. Then we're going to go into March. Then the 6th of March, we have got Burnley away from home. And then on the 13th of March, mark this one in your diaries. 13th of March, we have got the North London derby and Arsenal is playing at home to Tottenham. Then on the 20th of March, we have got West Ham away from home. Then we go into April. Then April's fixtures, we have got Liverpool at home on the 3rd of April. On the 10th of April, we have got Sheffield United away from home. On the 17th of April, we have got Fulham at home. Then on the 24th of April, we have got Everton at home. And then we go into May, which is the last fixtures. On the 1st of May, we've got Newcastle away from home. On the 8th of May, we've got West Brom at home. On Wednesday, the 12th of May, we have got Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. And then on the 15th of May, we've got Crystal Palace away from home. And then the last but not least game of the Premier League of the 20 and 21 season, we have got Brighton on the 23rd of May. So, I think a tough period during this season coming is October. So let's run through the October's fixtures again. We have got Sheffield United away, then we've got Man City away, then we've got Leicester at home, then we've got Man United away, and then we've got Aston Villa at home. I think that is going to be very, very tough fixtures. And then sort of November as well, we've got Leeds away from home, then we've got Wolves at home. So those are going to be very, very tough. And as we know, there is no winter break no more. Obviously, the Premier League has scrapped the winter break now. Then we've also got, there's no FA Cup replays no more either. So that's handy. It's just one shootout game. So I'm glad they've got rid of that because I didn't like the replays anyway. So they've got rid of that. I think there's a few changes now to VAR as well as, substitutions and all that. Now, I really do hope that we keep, the 5 substitutions. I really do hope that we keep that going into the new season as well. So, guys, yeah, there you have it. That's the things that we've gone through. Now, one thing I did miss about the new signings in terms of the transfers was Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Now, there's been a few teasers at the moment whether or not Aubameyang has signed a new deal or not. He's put up on his Twitter with a timer, thinking a countdown to where it gets announced that he has signed a new deal. I really do hope he has signed a new deal. Please, Arsenal, I really do, because we are not going to get a striker of his caliber and of his ability that's going to score 20 plus 30 goals a season. There is no way on earth that we are going to if we do get rid of him. If we do get rid of Aubameyang, then I think that all the Arsenal fans will need to get onto, the club's back and thinking, what? Why are you getting rid of so many of our best players that's kept us, going throughout the season? It's just baffling if they do. Now, I did say at the start, before the start of last season, that I think Aubameyang would get the Golden Boot for last season. I wasn't far off. He was only out by 1 goal. He got 22 goals, the same he got last season, but, Jamie Vardy got 23 goals. So, I was very gutted that Aubameyang didn't get the Golden Boot again this season. But I really do hope and pray that Arsenal do, tie him down to a deal. Please, Arsenal, I do. If you have to give him 250 grand, if you have to give him 300, whatever, just give it to him. Please, just give him that contract. Please. Because, like, I'm sick and tired of all this waiting around now. So, guys, here you are. This has been the live stream special. I do apologise that I haven't put up no videos. It's because I have been so busy with work and I haven't really had time to do any previews, any players' ratings. So I don't know when my next video is going to be. But please do, guys, leave your comments below in the comments box after this video goes off air. Please, please do. Thank you to the, to the new subscribers that have joined Arsenal TV. I very do appreciate every single one of you that have stuck around for this whole time. And I do apologise, in advance that I don't know when my next video is going to be out. Hopefully I can put a new video out tonight at some point. I don't know. But please, guys, thank you to the new subscribers. It's going to be tough coming onto the channel now where, I'm working and I'm doing 5-6 days a week. And, I ain't really got time to do anything. So, yeah, guys, I do apologise. But now you know the reason why I've been away for these 2 months is because with work. That's the reason why I've been away. Whenever time I get, to do previews or whatever, I would try and sneak them in if I can. If not, I might not be able to. It depends on the timing and whatnot. But yeah, it depends on what days I'm working, if our games are going to fall on them. Oh, just got to work around it. But guys, thank you, for sticking around for the channel. And please make sure you are, if you are new to the channel, make sure you are smashing that subscribe button. Make sure you're hitting the thumbs up button because it really, really does help. And guys, if you got any questions that you would like to leave in the comments box, by all means, I will answer them. Now, before I go, I will go through the transfers where I think Arsenal does need strengthening. Now, I think one of the key positions that Arsenal does need to strengthen is that left-back position. Because I think Kolesnik, I think he's the type of player now that we need to move on now and bring in someone else. So a left-back would be ideal to bring in because the only one we've got is Kieran Tierney. I know, Cedric Soares can play in that position as well. But I'd rather him to stick in his actual position. So I think a left back we could do with. I think we could do with another centre back. To be quite honest, and I think the player that I've been crying out for a centre back is Dayot Upamecano. I think he's a player that Arsenal needs to sign. He's young. I think we can get the best out of him. You have only got to take a look at his record as well. His aerial duos, his blocks. I think he's the type of defender we do need. And I think having him alongside Upamecano, alongside William Saliba, I think will be an absolute great defensive partnership. So I think that's a player that we do need to get in. Now, I think a CDM, a central defensive midfielder, I think that's another key position we need to bring in. I would say probably Thomas Partey. I think he'll be a good shout to bring in. See, I'm also looking at the likes of Decore for Watford. Now, because Watford have now gone out of the Premier League, I think, it's not so much that they are rubbish players. It's just that the team wasn't that great during that period. So I don't see why not we shouldn't go and get him still, because I think he's a decent central defensive midfielder as well. So I would go with him, Decore for Watford. I think we need to also go and get a centre attacking midfielder as well. Now, with Mesut Ozil, with everything that's going on with him at the moment, he's turned around and said that he's not leaving the club until his contract, and he's not going to let anyone force him out of the club. Well, to be honest, it's not really down to him. It's down to the club. They're the people that are paying his wages. So if they want to buy him out, then that's their choice. They have to buy him out. Now, I think that's the best option that Arsenal have got, is to buy Mesut Ozil out. Now, we're talking about £18 million to go and buy out the rest of his contract. By all means, get rid, go. I don't really want Mesut Ozil at this club no more, because He's the reason why that we can't sign other players to deals and to Aubameyang because of his wages. That's why we cannot, you know, go and do Aubameyang's contract. We probably have already done it, but we don't know that. But he's another reason why we are struggling with financial reason is because of Mesut Ozil's wage bill. But people have said it over and over and over again about Mesut Ozil's contract. But do you know what? To be honest, Mesut Ozil has done brilliant. He's had some really, really good times. But he's not that same player like he was at Real Madrid. And, you know, he's just not that same player anymore. And I think we need to move him on as soon as possible. Now, my replacements for Mesut Ozil. Now, I guess Saka can actually play in that position. Maybe we don't have to look, you know, to transfers. If we've got Willian to play on that left wing, then I'm damn sure I think Bukayo Saka can play in that central midfield role. You know, he's done it before and he's done a fantastic job. And he hasn't moaned about it or anything. So I think we probably don't have to look away into transfers if we're looking more closer to home. So I'd say Bukayo Saka. But if we're going to go into the transfer market to go and buy someone that can play as a centre attacking midfielding role, my choices would be Jack Grealish for Aston Villa. I know Aston Villa is another team that's gone down, I believe. So, you know, all because they have had a bad season doesn't mean the player is bad. So I would go and get Jack Grealish from Aston Villa to come in as Mesut Ozil's replacement. I would also go and get James Maddison for Leicester if the price was right. And obviously if he wanted to leave. So I would probably go with Maddison as well. Those would be my two choices to go and get, you know, for Mesut Ozil's replacement, which would be Jack Grealish for Aston Villa and James Maddison for Leicester. Those are the two players that I would go and get. Now, I know we'll be probably looking for a replacement for Lacazette if we do sell him. Now, I think Eddie Nketiah is great for, you know, as a replacement. I do think he can because he's a homegrown player. And, you know, he's got a couple of goals to his name in the Premier League as well as cup competition. So I think Nketiah can also do the job. If we have to go into the transfer market to go and get someone for his replacement, would be very, very hard to get. You want someone who can score goals. You want someone who's got that physical ability. Who's probably a goal poacher as well. Someone who can score goals from outside the box or inside the box. I'd go with Troy Deeney, to be honest. I'd actually go and get Troy Deeney. Even though, you know, Watford have gone out of the Premier League, I don't see why not. He can't come in as a backup to Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, because I'm not being funny. If Aubameyang gets injured, then obviously we let out Nketiah out on loan. Then who are we actually gonna you know, come in for Aubameyang? Who are we gonna play as a starting player? Maybe you could put in, you know, Willian up top and then probably have Martinelli out on the left if he comes back from injury. But I don't know, it's a tough one. But I'd go with Troy Deeney, to be honest. That's who I would go and get. So guys, yeah, there you go. There you have it. That's been the live stream video for today. As I said, I repeat again, I do apologise. There's been no videos for the past 2 months, obviously because of work. And I haven't really had time to do anything. So, yeah, that's the reason why I've done no videos. But there you have it, guys. So I've gone through certain things that have been going around Arsenal Football Club. Another thing, actually, is Raul Sanllehi. Raul Sanllehi has left Arsenal Football Club, and that was a couple of days ago. Now, I don't know why he left. I've got no idea. But what I do know is there is an investigation going on at the moment between the whole Nicolas Pepe and Lille deal that we paid £72 million. There's an investigation going on saying that apparently we overpaid for Nicolas Pepe, and I think that could be another reason why Raul Sanllehi has left the club. So I thought I'd just get that one in there before I go, guys. So, guys, there you have it. If you are new to Arsenal TV, you know what to do. Make sure you are smashing that subscribe button. Make sure you are leaving your comments below. Make sure you are smashing a like on this video. Guys, until my next video, I will see you lot soon, guys.